This message is finding you today to remind you that as a foundation for all of your struggles, your worries, everything that is challenging to you right now in your life, there is one aspect. And before we go into this, welcome back to my channel in which we speak about self-mastery and how we can live the best life from the inside out. And the one key, the underlying fundamental key to the challenges of your life is a lack of self-love. Self-love, self-worth, feeling worthy of having a good life, that is at the fundament, that is at the basis of everything. Because when we do not have self-love, when we do not honor ourselves, when we experience self-loathing, when we do not believe that we are worthy of having the best, and we have that as the underlying energy of our choices, we are going to keep making choices that aren't good for us, that will cause us to feel stressed, to feel burnt out, to feel in distorted energy, to feel like victims, to feel like we keep trying, we keep doing all these things, and we keep trying to be the best person, and we're not getting it in return. It's not coming back to us. Because when we are acting from a place of low self-worth, okay, I have to give too much of myself to be able to feel like I can have something back, we are already giving too much of ourselves away. And by doing that, we're already doing ourselves a disservice where there's an imbalance of what we are wanting to give and what we are able to receive. If we do not love ourselves in the process of giving, then we are giving from a place of, I have to give to feel love. And that doesn't work. Nobody else can help you feel love. It is only up to you. You are the only person who can create a sense of love within yourself, to love yourself, to feel love within yourself, to then have that mirrored back to you from others. So, self-love is the ultimate energy, the ultimate way that we can embody to have the best lives, because it all starts with us. As adults, we are the ones to create and cultivate a way of thinking, feeling, and being within ourselves that then allows us to have that reciprocated back to us in our outer reality. And so the more we can heal our wounds of unworthiness, of doubt, of shame, of guilt, the more we can let go of them, transmute that energy, and always come back to, I can choose differently. I can choose a different path. I understand that I have these shadows. I know that these ways of thinking and feeling that I'm experiencing right now are a result of my childhood. And I get to empower myself now as a sovereign being to change that story, to change the way that I feel and think now. That will ultimately change my whole reality around me. That is the way of living the best life. That is the way that you get to choose over and over again. And it's not a one-time choice, right? It's a choice that we get to embody and make again and again and again. Because like with the onion, there are so many layers. We're the same. We get to go through those different layers upon layers upon layers of trauma, of pain, of protection that we put around ourselves because of the pain that we experience. And one by one, we get to pick off these layers. We get to be aware of them. We get to hold space for them, hold space for the pain, hold space for whatever energy wants to be transmuted, whatever emotions are there. And by doing that, we get to let go more and more of these layers of protection that were a result of the trauma and the layers of pain, coming back to our core, which is love. The core within us, within each and every one of us, we all have this core. And the core is love. It is our soul. It is the connection to the divine, which is love. And it is joy. This is how we get to experience this core within us. We all have it. And we can all access it at any given moment. It is available to all of us. And it may not feel accessible when we have so much pain that we are currently experiencing. And that's okay. And that's normal. And we get to trust that in that moment, okay, I might not be able to feel my loving, joyful core. Right now I'm feeling pain, and we don't want to bypass that or suppress that. It's so important to hold space for the pain and move through it. With the awareness though, that I do have that within me, and I will access it again, and I will feel that again, and I will be able to love again, feel joy again, even if right now the pain feels like it's stopping me from being able to access it within. The pain is making me feel like I just want to destroy everything around me. That's okay. Coming back to the wisdom that even when I am moving through the pain, I can love myself. I do not need to start hating myself. I do not need to start believing the stories of unworthiness. I can hold the pain. I can feel the pain. I can be enthralled by the pain. And I can still love myself through the process, still be gentle with myself, still be kind with myself, still find some way of appreciating myself, even when I do not feel like that's something that is available to me, because it is always available to us. When you are feeling like you cannot appreciate yourself, or you're judging yourself too harshly, or you're speaking to yourself in a way that is hard, judgmental, oh, you're so stupid, you did that again, what a stupid person you are, shaming yourself for making a mistake, anything like this, the first step is always awareness, right? So this video right now can help you to become more aware as well. It might be sparking that within you, that when you then have that moment to feel, wait, there's something else I can choose right now. So having awareness is the first step. And then through having that awareness of what is happening, that's how we can choose differently. So awareness of, I am shaming myself, I am being harsh with myself. Okay, so I'm not being loving with myself right now, and self-love is the key to me having the best life. So what can I do right now to cultivate more self-love in this moment? Okay, I can be gentle with myself. Everyone makes mistakes. You made a mistake, it's okay. You're safe to make a mistake. I know that it sucked that this mistake was made, and it's okay to feel shame. It's okay to not feel good about having made that mistake. And I get to pour love into myself right now. I get to be there for myself right now. It's okay that I did that. And I'm going to make more mistakes in my life, and they are part of life. I'm not being punished by making a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. It's normal. And first and foremost, I get to be the one who doesn't punish myself in this moment for making a mistake, because I am worthy of being loved in my imperfection, which is actually perfect. I am worthy of being loved in my wholeness, which includes my pain, my shadows, my mistakes, the ugly side that we all have within us. And I get to accept it, and I get to love it, and I get to embrace it as part of me, as part of my wholeness in being. So we get to, in the moment, pivot. We get to pivot from feeling completely identified with the story of shame to actually witnessing it from another perspective, from the perspective of love and appreciation, and being able to hold that within ourselves. And there are other practices that we can do to cultivate more self-love on a regular basis. And you may know by now that I absolutely love journaling. I find it such a powerful tool for changing the way that we think and feel on a regular basis. And so one of the things that I've done in the past, which really helped me with my self-love practice, was to write a list of things I appreciate about myself on a regular basis. And just writing a full page of things that I love about myself, appreciate about myself, that I'm thankful for about myself. And this can also look like a celebration practice, like celebrating your achievements. Maybe once a week, you sit down and you say, okay, what have I achieved this week actually? Because I guarantee you have achieved so much. There is so much that you are overcoming on a daily basis, that you are navigating. You are growing so much on a daily basis. There are things that are challenging you. There are things that you are doing differently in a better way. And it might look like a small thing, like today I made the bed. I made the bed today. I formed a new habit and I'm continuously doing it. I've been working out for 2 weeks now, regularly. Or whatever it may be. There will always be something for you to celebrate about yourself. And it's about tuning into that as well. Because we can stay being hard on ourselves and say, I'm not good enough, or I didn't do that properly, or I still haven't started this workout routine that I said to myself that I'd start for so long. And there are so many ways that we can shame ourselves and make ourselves feel small and bad about ourselves. And there will always be, if we choose, there will always be things that we can pick out, that we can say, you should have done that better. That wasn't good enough. That wasn't perfect yet. Or you can celebrate yourself. You can say, oh, wow, I did this thing imperfectly because it was the first time that I did it and it was really hard. And I'm really proud of myself that I've even had the courage to do this thing for the first time. How amazing that I'm doing this now. Well done. And yeah, next time I'll do it better, potentially. And whatever, that's cool. Looking at ourselves from the lens of self-love rather than the lens of judgment or self-deprecation or unworthiness. And one way that I also recently discovered that we can pour love onto ourselves, which I absolutely loved doing, was, I was feeling kind of depleted and a little bit like, I was being a little too harsh on myself again. And I was feeling into this kind of sense of, just not appreciating myself for who I am to the fullest extent that I could be. And so I contemplated and I thought, okay, I needed a bit of love for myself. I need to pour some love onto myself. What can I do to achieve that? And I thought, I could write myself a love letter. And so I wrote myself a whole love letter, a whole page, saying, as you would write a love letter to somebody, saying how much you love them, what you love about them, what you appreciate, what you cherish, how awesome they are. And just doing that practice for myself was so nourishing. It allowed me to feel so full again. I was filling my own cup with my own sweet nectar, with my own love for myself. And that allowed me to then move forward in a more empowered, loving, and beautiful way and feel more, full. That I have more to give again, that I had more to give to myself and others and to my life in general. So another beautiful practice that we can do for ourselves to cultivate more self-love and to pour love onto ourselves. Because we are all worthy. Every single one of us is worthy of being loved. We are all fundamentally worthy of being loved. And that love cannot only come externally. It cannot come externally first either. It has to come from within first and foremost. And then when we are feeling that love for ourselves, our energy is in resonance with receiving love from others. If we cannot receive love from ourselves, we cannot truly receive love from others. We will doubt it, we will not trust it, we'll be like, oh, what do they want? What's the hidden agenda? Even when it's just genuine love coming from them. However, when we love ourselves, we're like, yeah, I'm worthy of having awesome things, of having awesome people in my life, being surrounded by beautiful people, receiving so much love and appreciation from the people around me. I love myself. So of course I get to experience that. Then that's when we experience it from the outside. So let me know in the comments, how does this resonate? What are your self-love practices? I would love to hear more. And give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And I'm super excited to see you in the next video.